Welcome to Decision Night in America 2022. Today we will find out the winners of the U.S. Senate. The Democrats currently hold 50 seats, and to the Republicans 50, with Vice President Kamala Harris breaking the tie. But in this election, we have 14 Democratic seats up for grab, while only 14 Democrat seats up for grab, while a whole 20 Republicans up for grab here. Republicans are on defense tonight, and they really need to have a good night here for the Senate. But the good thing, this is the map with the states we'll be following throughout the night. And as it is now 7 p.m., we have poll closings in Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, Georgia, and Vermont. We only have one projection that we can make at this time, and that's in Kentucky. Rand Paul is the projected winner. He has come out saying that that senators should only be elected for 2 terms, or he thinks that senators should only be elected for 2 terms. A bit hypocritical here. He said that now this is his 3rd term. He has also faced some heat on the Senate floor for not wearing a mask. He did back in 2021 in 2020. But that is our one projection we can make in Kentucky. It's too close to call in Indiana between J.D. Ford and Todd Young. J.D. Ford has a slight lead with 44% of precincts reporting here. J.D. Ford is the state senator, and Todd Young is the incumbent senator. So it will be interesting to find out the winner in this race. A lot of Republicans feel confident about this one, but at the moment, J.D. Ford has the lead. And South Carolina, Joe Cunningham, he was the former representative for South Carolina, its 1st congressional district, running against Tim Scott, who is the incumbent senator. And Tim Scott off to a very early lead, but not enough that we can make a projection on. And this is a race where we'll be watching all night. Raphael Warnock versus David Perdue. Raphael Warnock is the incumbent, but David Perdue, if you remember back in 2021, lost in a runoff to Jon Ossoff, the Georgia Senator Ossoff. Lost a special election, a Senate runoff election to Senator Ossoff. And even though in 2020, in the November election, he received 49.7% of the vote, and he is challenging Warnock, who beat former Senator Loeffler by more. This is a race we are watching all night. And in Vermont, no projection. Phil Scott, the governor of Vermont, actually won that Republican primary. So we'll be watching this. Becca Balint, the pro tempore of the Vermont Senate, is the challenger tonight. So it's interesting that these are the 2. But also we know that the other senator will be Bernie Sanders in the Vermont senator. And if Phil Scott wins, it will be this state plus Maine that are that are Democratic states, but do not have a Democrat in it. Even though Bernie Sanders caucuses with the Democratic Party, he is technically an independent. In the Senate race, with 33% of the vote in, Phil Scott has a lead here. And this is the map and the road, and we can only make that projection in Kentucky, giving the Republicans 31 seats and the Democrats 36 seats. It is now 7:30 p.m., and we have poll closings in Ohio and North Carolina, both very interesting races. Right now, the race in Ohio is too close to call. Tim Ryan, the U.S. representative for Ohio's 13th congressional district since 2003, he also ran for the president in 2020, is on the ballot tonight versus Jane Timken former chair of the Ohio Republican Party. This is a very close race after the Ohio senator is saying he retiring. Sorry, I'm just forgetting his name. Oh, and also I forgot to mention on the Vermont senator, Rob Portman announcing he's retiring. I forgot to mention on the Vermont senator that Patrick Leahy did retire from his spot. But anyways, Jake, Tim Ryan, too close to call. A slight lead for Tim Ryan at the moment. And in North Carolina, it's Mark Walker, a former representative for North Carolina, 6th District, facing Erica Smith, a former state senator, and actually was on the ballot in 2020 for the North Carolina Senate, or in the primaries at least. But this race is too close to call. This is one that people are saying will be telling to whether the Republican Party has a majority or not if the Democrats can win here. It's a sort of must-win for the Republican Party in North Carolina and their Senate seat. But with no projections, it is still 31 to 36. The Republican Party has a lead. We can now project in the Indiana Senate that Todd Young will be winning his Senate bid. He defeats J.D. Ford, but Todd Young, right before the 8 p.m. poll closings, has beaten J.D. Ford, and this is the race to 270 now. Not 270, to 51 Senate seats. It's now another gain for the Republicans, 32 to 36. They lead. They trail to the Democrats 36 right now, but still a lot more votes or states to be called. 8 p.m. Eastern Time is upon us, and we have poll closings in several states of Alabama, Connecticut, Florida, Illinois, Maryland, Missouri, New Hampshire, and in Oklahoma. Several poll closings in those states, and we have a projection in Connecticut that Richard Blumenthal will defeat John Flynn, who has been losing a lot. He lost for the Connecticut House of Representatives in 2018 and in 2020, and now Richard Blumenthal will defeat him. And in Illinois, Tammy Duckworth has defeated Adam Kinzinger, the U.S. representative for the 16th district, who's giving up his seat and feeling that he could win Illinois. A Republican strategy to try and unseat Tammy Duckworth, like the Republicans have tried to do in Vermont. Not successful in Illinois. Tammy Duckworth is the projected winner. And Chris Van Hollen is the projected winner in Maryland after Larry Hogan announced he would not be running for that Senate spot, even though his term is retiring in this election today, not on the ballot. Chris Van, that really left the seat wide open for Democrats. Chris Van Hollen wins. And in Missouri, Roy Blunt is the projected winner, beating Tim Shepard, a tech executive and LGBTQ plus rights activist. But Tim Shepard will not be the winner in Missouri. In Oklahoma, James Langford will be winning. The incumbent senator will be going back to the Senate, and Mo Brooks will be going back to the Senate. Going to the Senate. He, after Richard Shelby announced he won't be seeking a second term, Mo Brooks wins the Republican primary. He is a representative for Alabama's 5th congressional district, and he was a candidate for the U.S. Senate in 2017. But Mo Brooks is going to defeat Terry Sewell, the representative from the 7th congressional district in the state of Alabama. And in New Hampshire, a close race tonight. Maggie Hassan, the incumbent, running against Chris Sununu, the governor of New Hampshire. Maggie Hassan is the former governor of New Hampshire, the governor from 2013 to 2017. And then in 2017, Chris Sununu took it over. So both former governors, Chris Sununu now looking to make Maggie Hassan a former senator, but Maggie Hassan leads with 50% of the vote to Sununu is 49. Now, still a lot of vote out there, so around 55% of the vote is out there. And in Florida, Marco Rubio is currently leading Val Demings, the U.S. representative for Florida's 10th congressional district. Val Demings is currently trailing to Marco Rubio in the seats that the Democrats are looking to unseat Rubio, who has one of the top contenders for a 2024 presidential run, which has been something that the Democrats have been trying to point or trying to get the Republicans to see, or independents, that he'd only be senator for 2 years if he went on to win the presidency, even though they've been noting that if he were to win the presidency, even though the Democrats feel very confident they'd win the presidency, they have been noting that he should be unseating, and they put Val Demings forward to do it. But right now, too close to call. 70% of the precinct reporting, and Rubio does lead. And a very interesting race we're going to want to watch tonight. After Pat Toomey announces that he will be retiring from the Senate, John Fetterman, the Democrat, is the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania, and he was a candidate for the U.S. Senate in 2016. And then Sean Gale, the attorney candidate, he was an attorney candidate for the U.S. Representative in Pennsylvania's 17th Congressional District in 2018, and a candidate for Montgomery County Commissioner in 2019. This is a very close race to watch. Republicans wanting to hold it, but right now it's too close to call, with the Democrat lead with 20% of the estimated vote in. And now we have a key projection, that is Vermont. Becca Balint is going to defeat Phil Scott in this race. It's a closer race, even though it's only a slight lead for Becca Balint right now. She will win. We can project that her lead will just be extending throughout the night. And we can now make a call in South Carolina that Tim Scott will defeat Joe Cunningham in South Carolina. The last South Carolina was very competitive in South Carolina. It was very competitive in 2020, trying to unseat Lindsey Graham. They didn't do that. Tim Scott, though, will be going back to the U.S. Senate. And then let's look at the updated electoral map. This is the map we had before, and this is the map we have now. It holds 40 Democrats and 36 Republicans. Still, a lot needs to be done for the Republican Party tonight. They have to flip states, but at the moment, it is a Democrat lead. But the Democratic Party has only gained, the Democrats have gained 4 seats tonight, the Republicans 6. And it is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Poll closings in Arkansas, and we can call Arkansas for John Boozman. He is the incumbent, and he will be going back to the U.S. Senate. Sorry about that. So now, this was the race before. It is now tightened. It's a 40-37 race for a Republican, for the Democrats having a lead, but still a lot more gray left on this map. It is 9 p.m. And there's Senate races in Arizona, Colorado, Kansas, Louisiana, New York, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. And we can call Michael Bennet the winner of the Colorado race. He was on the ballot in 2020 for the presidential race, dropped out early though, and he will be the Colorado senator along with John Hickenlooper. And if the Democrats lose control of the Senate tonight, Chuck Schumer will be that minority leader, winning that New York Senate bid. He did face a tough primary between AOC, but Chuck Schumer ends up being the projected winner in New York. And in Kansas, Jerry Moran will defeat Paul Davis in that race. And in Kansas, John Kennedy will be going back to the U.S. Senate, and same in North Dakota. John Hoeven will be going now back to the U.S. Senate. And in South South Dakota, John Thune, going back to the U.S. Senate, and in Wisconsin, they've been counting quickly. 95% of the estimated vote is in, and look at this. It is super close between Ron Kind, who is a U.S. representative for the 3rd District, and Ron Johnson. It's very close. Is there enough outstanding vote for Johnson? They started with the mail-in. Kind started off with a big lead, and they just started counting that votes, and they have a much better system than they did in 2020, counting very quickly. But Ron Kind, he started off with an early lead, just because even though less people voted by mail or early in person, because there's no COVID anymore any longer. And I know because when I'm making this video, there still is COVID, but this is in the future, 2022. But anyways, Ron Johnson started off with a bigger lead, and then the in-person vote has coming in. So, is there enough in-person vote for Ron Johnson to come on top? We'll have to see. And in Arizona, Mark Kelly, who he won in special election, beating Martha McSally, one of the flips there. He won that special election in 2020. But back on the ballot now in 2022, and he is facing Mark Brnovich, the Attorney General of Arizona. It is a big lead for Mark Kelly at the moment with 50% of the vote in. Is the 50% enough, though, to put the Republicans back, or the remaining 50%, put the Republicans back on top? But this is the Senate. This is what it was. This is what it is. Now it is a close Senate race. It's 42-41 right now in the race. We have a key projection coming in now, and that's in Georgia. Raphael Warnock has won his Senate bid, beating former Senator David Perdue. Big win for the Democratic Party, and it's really not setting lines, and we'll have to see in 2022, is Arizona a blue state or a red state? Or is it going to be a swing state or a likely or lean blue state? We'll have to see now, because Raphael Warnock is showing that that this is a pretty blue state, and we can call Florida. Marco Rubio defeats Val Demings in that Senate bid. Marco Rubio defeats Val Demings, and this is the race. This is what it was. Only 15 states still outstanding, and some still polls closing open, but this is where it is. The Democrats hold 43, Republicans 42. It is 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have poll closings in Nevada, Utah, and Iowa on the Senate, and a race that they thought would be tight. Brian Sandoval, the former governor of Nevada, could not come out to beat Catherine Cortez Masto. This is a big win for the Democratic Party. One of the flips that it sort of tosses away that flip for that Republican Party and makes the Democratic Party feel a lot more comfortable of where they're at after a win in Nevada. And in Utah, Mike Lee defeats Ben McAdams, the former representative who was also unseated in 2020. But Mike Lee will win there. And in Iowa, usually a battleground, but Chuck Grassley easily defeating Eddie Mario. And this is the updated map. This is what it was, and this is what it is right now. We are in a virtual, and we are in a tie right now. A tie of 44-44 right now. And we are now getting a key projection in, and this is really the end of the night for the Republican Party. New Hampshire will go blue. Chris Sununu defeated by Maggie Hassan, the incumbent senator, This is a big win for the Democratic Party. Sorry about that. This is what the road looks like now. Democrats pulling ahead 45-44. A big win tonight for the Democratic Party because we have to look at where are flips available right now. There's really no place. Can they undefeat Alex Padilla in the special election? Can they unflip Mark Kelly? That's what they have to do. One of the two need to be unseated tonight. Most likely, Mark Kelly. And we are getting the 10 p.m. 11 p.m. poll closings. This could be the final break or win for the Republican Party tonight. From Washington, Oregon, Hawaii, and Idaho. Washington, Patty Murray going back to the U.S. Senate. And California, Alex Padilla will be going. The incumbent U.S. Senator defeats Young Kim and wins his Senate bid. This is the seat of the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. This is this seat right here, but it will now be a different seat. And then appointed by the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, was Alex Padilla. And now he will be winning re-election back to the U.S. Senate. And then Oregon, Ron Wyden is going to be beating Monica Waby. And in Hawaii, Brian Schatz, the incumbent, going back to the Senate. And in Idaho, Mike Crapo going back to the Senate. This is the Senate at the hour. This is what it was, and this is what it is right now. It is 49-45. Republicans need the rest of the seats on this map. Now, the good news for them are the 6. They hold 5 of them, but they do have to flip 1 more. We have a key projection now. That's the Democrats will hold control to the U.S. Senate. They have now just hit 50 seats. The Democrats have hit 50 seats, and this is because of our projection that in Arizona, Mark Kelly will be the projected winner in Arizona, which means on the map it is Kamala Harris will be breaking any ties, but 50-45 the Democrats right now is where we are at. So a big win for the Senate. The Democrats will retain. 1 a.m. In Alaska, and it's Lisa Murkowski. Lisa Murkowski is a technically independent, but does caucus with the Republican Party more. When I'm making this video, she's not independent. I'm going to predict she will become an independent. Maybe not, actually. Anyway, sorry about that. But Lisa Murkowski will win re-election to the U.S. Senate, notable for her vote against getting rid of Obamacare and vote against that Donald Trump was guilty. But this is the race now: 46 Republicans to 50 Democrats. We have a key projection coming in, and that is Jane Timken has defeated Tim Ryan in the Ohio Senate race. Jane Timken has defeated Tim Ryan. A big hold for the Republican Party because this is going to keep narrowing the gap. They're at 50 or 47 seats right now. Pennsylvania, John Fetterman, a Democrat, has now flipped the seat. Now, Pat Toomey was not running for re-election, but Sean Gale has been defeated by John Fetterman, the Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania, as now going to be Senator-elect Fetterman. And this is how it looks. This is the first flip of the evening. Pennsylvania. The Democratic Party now holds 51 seats to the Republicans 47. Only 2 seats outstanding of North Carolina and Wisconsin. Mark Walker from North Carolina has defeated Erica Smith, the former state senator. Mark Walker, the representative for the 6th district, no longer senator, or he still is, I guess, but senator-elect Walker from North Carolina. This is how the map is impacted. It's a red state now. So 51-48, and we know that last time you saw Wisconsin, 95% of the vote had reported, but we have only gotten 4% since. We're at 3%. We're at 98, and they're neck and neck with a county that's a toss-up. So in this race right now, we have no projection yet. Wisconsin will be going to Ron Kind. He's unseated Ron Johnson, and a big win for the Democrats. They flipped Wisconsin. It was a Biden state. Blue now. This is the final Senate. It's 52-48. So thanks to Crazy Caps for the template. If you guys want this template, I don't know if I'll put it down in the link below. But if you go to Let's Talk Elections channel and find it, if you go to Let's Talk Elections channel in a CNN theme, it is the pinned comment. So I used his template in this video. So thanks everybody for watching, and I just do want to say that I know this was a Google slide. It probably wasn't. It was a good theme, but like it's not as good and high standards as Keynote is. I'm just gonna pause the music quickly. It's not as good or as Keynote is. It's the graphics just aren't as good in it. But I just wanted to make one of these. I literally made it in one day. Keynote takes me longer to make. Yeah, so thanks for watching and this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And I also want to say, I believe the day this is being posted is Wednesday, so it's like around 6:30, 6:20. I guess it's 6:27 right now. If you're watching this on the premiere, I'm going live Friday, so make sure to go watch that. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.